I wrote this song in my anthropology class. Whatever you're ready. Shout outs to J. Cole for this beautiful beat. Hope it doesn't mind if I take it. I just need you guys to listen. I'd like to tell you guys a story of a girl named Sally, a 20-something dime-piece waitress in Cali. There's never been one to say she isn't beautiful. She sees the strangers too, the feeling's always mutual. But Sally's troubled with the problem so unsuitable. That's got a box skin like she was working in a cubicle. Cause after work, Sally hops on the trolley box, stops by the corner store for bread, milk, and lollipops, arrives home and gets to dinner in the kitchen, till her boyfriend comes home and starts instantly bitching. See, Sally's boyfriend's always had a case of distress and enough narcissism to believe that he's blessed. So he's never clean cut or professionally dressed, and he uses his fists for anger words can't express. He's quick to say he loves her and that he thinks she's hot. She says, I love you too, but not after you drink a lot. He laughs it off, kisses her, and pours his next drink. Shots of whiskey till he's sloppy and his breath stinks. It's never been a scheme between mice and men. Sally sees potential and just wants to enlighten him. Her words fall on deaf ears, they start to fight again. Right in front of the sun, she sees it frighten him. But her boyfriend's too drunk to even give a crap and wants to end the conversation in a conclusive slap. He hits her twice without regard in front of the young. Her face may sting, but her heart burns like hundreds of suns. And even though she knows the odds are a dozen to one, all she wants is for this problem to come to a son. Sally's friends try their hardest to help her, to get her and her son out the house into a shelter. And even though she knows she could leave him in a minute, she honestly can't picture her life without him in it. Despite the gimmick, she can't stand to throw him in the prison. She sees a baby boy and thinks about recidivism, so instead of police, she seeks salvation in religion, always wondering if God can see her in his vision. So every night she prays to him, asking what to say to him, asking for a way to win and beg and take away the sin. But honestly, she feels like a piece of property. Years go on, this becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. A boyfriend eats away at her and her philosophy. She will never realize that her life's become a mockery. Forced to think America's home of the strong and not the free. Forget about equality, forget about democracy. Well, I'll be the first one to point out what the problem is. It's all about dominance. He wants to be communist, so he shuts down all her confidence. Never with the compliments, always pushing opposite, forgetting about tolerance. So I'm sorry if the future looks so ominous. It's only a monument for our mothers and our sisters, covered in the blisters, crowd muddled into whispers about trouble with the misters. I suggest you that next time you try stepping, remember that a woman's beaten every 9 seconds. What's worse is every time the guy threatens, the woman's so scared she tries to find weapons. It's inexcusable, acting so damn juvenile. The problem is reducible, just realize that she's beautiful. From her head to her chest down to her cuticles. The love between you will forever be immutable. But I'm not jumping up here trying to start a rally. The numbers keep on growing, take a look at the tally. It might not be a waitress in the Silicon Valley, but everyone's got a friend that can relate to Sally. I'm kind of short, so I can do a little spoken word. I don't really name my things, but I would probably call this one the American Dream. Why do we patronize these sacred guys? This nation lies on Freemason lies. Our faith relies on these racial guys establishing global ties. Armies mobilize as we ignore the vocal cries. I told those local tribes not to trust those oval eyes, their hopeful bribes only mask the Western fleet. By the power invested in me, manifest destiny will not rest in peace. I'm talking about Andrew Jackson, the first American captain. He was attacking the cats that first gave us the grassland. Next it's the Japs and Afghans, blacks and Latins. These fascists laughing, repping stashes like Chaplin. We got babies snatched fresh from the ovaries just to get their head shaved and shipped out overseas to crouch on a foxhole on both their knees. Gotta hold they breathe, control they sneeze. Aim down the scope, trigger, hold and squeeze, and laugh as another soldier bleeds. Why do we have to go to war to withhold the peace? The only solution, it seems, to stop the shooting and screams, the pollution of streams, is to start a revolution of dreams. Put a magnifying glass to the Constitution of thieves. Burn the legislation that gives the losers the greed. They dare to illegalize the booze and the weed, but then they duck behind the curtain just to shoot up the speed. So what do I have to say about this embarrassing scheme? We've come to know it as the American dream.